I think we underestimate what living in a constant state of stress can actually do to the body, and not necessarily that kind of stress that comes from like a huge traumatic event. Sometimes it's simply living in an environment that keeps your nervous system on like high alert for months or years. For a long time, my body seemed to be screaming at me in ways I couldn't explain. I'm talking skin flare-ups, acne, anxiety, heart racing, or feeling like it skipped beats, migraines, fatigue, low blood pressure. At one point, I even experienced numbness on like one side of my body. And despite getting countless health checks done, which you should definitely do when you're experiencing symptoms, the doctors always ended up asking me the same question, which was, are you under a lot of stress? And the thing is, I wasn't neglecting my health at all. Like, I ate well, I exercised, and there was a period where I was going to the gym, ballet, Zumba classes, hip-hop dance classes. I was trying to get my 10k steps every day. Like, I was very active. I tried to do lots of inner work, consumed like psychological and self-help content. I was trying my best to maintain a healthy life in the middle of chaos. So if you've been experiencing strange symptoms and constantly hearing like everything looks normal, I want you to know something. Sometimes the issue isn't that you're weak. Sometimes it's just your nervous system that's exhausted. And today I want to share some things that help me to calm mine down. And this is not medical advice. These are just things that help me feel like myself again. One thing I noticed was that I was rushing through absolutely everything. I wasn't enjoying things. I was rather completing them. Eating, studying, cleaning, everything. And everything always felt like a task that I needed to finish as quickly as possible. And I definitely think that perfectionism played a huge role in that. What helped me was like intentionally slowing down. Simple things like eating slower or simply like chewing slower, walking slower, like doing one thing at a time. It sounds ridiculously simple, but whenever I feel anxious or overwhelmed or get that tight like feeling in my chest, slowing down reminds my body that there is no emergency. Because when we're constantly rushing, we're unintentionally communicating danger to ourselves. Another thing that helped me was breathing, and I know everyone says that, but breathing techniques genuinely work in urgent situations. Not because they're magical or anything, but because your breathing and your nervous system are directly connected. So when you slow your breathing, you're essentially sending your body a message that it's safe. And sometimes that's exactly what it needs to hear. The next thing is something that nobody wants to hear, I guess. Put your damn phone down. Seriously. Our brains were not designed to consume hundreds and thousands of people's lives on a daily basis. Not only their lives, but like opinions, news, stories, trends. And I feel like sometimes what we call anxiety is simply overstimulation. Give your brain moments where absolutely nothing is happening. No scrolling, no notifications, just silence. Something else that helped me was reconnecting with creativity. When I was younger, I naturally coped through creating. Things like drawing, painting, designing, making music, stuff like that. So when I had a crash out a while ago, I just ordered this cozy coloring book with these markers. And this is actually a very recent project where I used like acrylic paste and like gold leaves and acrylic colors. And this is not perfect at all, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. If you're a perfectionist, this part is especially important. Don't worry about whether it's good. Art doesn't have to be impressive to be healing. It just has to be honest. Another unexpected thing that really helped me is Sudoku. I'm not joking, when I was struggling, Sudoku really became like one of my favorite coping tools. So when you're anxious, your brain often gets stuck in loops, and Sudoku really forces your attention somewhere else. Psychologists also call this attentional control. So instead of fighting your thoughts, you're gently giving your brain another task. For me, it worked wonders, and I also put my friend on Sudoku because she was having a hard time too, and she became obsessed as well. So it's actually approved not only by me, but also by my friend. So something else that stuck with me came from an interview with Tom Holland. He talked about turning nerves into excitement. And I love that idea because psychologically, anxiety and excitement are actually very similar. Both increase your heart rate and both create energy. The difference is often the story we attach to them. So sometimes instead of asking, how do I stop this feeling? Ask, how can I use this energy? Create something, move your body, work on a goal, because strong emotions can become fuel. Now let's talk about music, because music changes my mood faster than anything. And this might sound funny coming from someone who loves emotional music. I love Lana Del Rey. I love Madison Beer, Ariana Grande, Evanescence, but when my nervous system is struggling, happy music wins. To lift my mood up, I love Bad Bunny. I don't know, like happy Ariana Grande songs. I love old love songs from like the 50s. Also, if anxiety is your biggest struggle, this question has helped me a lot. Is this actually happening right now? Or is it just happening inside my mind? Not to invalidate yourself, but to gain like perspective. Because anxiety often makes possibilities feel like reality, and those are not the same thing. Then take care of your body too. Drink water, please eat nutritious food, get your vitamins and minerals. What I love personally is chamomile tea to calm down, fennel tea, blueberries, nuts. None of these things are miracle cures again, but your nervous system is part of your body and your body deserves support. Movement also helps enormously. Walk, dance, do a at-home workout, go to the gym, and sometimes don't listen to anything at all. Just leave the headphones at home. And I'm being serious about that. Like, I love watching birds. Simply watch the trees move. Research suggests that spending time in nature can reduce stress and lower cortisol levels. We are more connected to nature than we realize. And finally, I want to talk about comfort. The little rituals that make life feel softer. Lavender oil, a warm shower, rose-scented products. Comfort shows you've watched like 100 times. The reason why comfort shows help is because your brain already knows what's going to happen. There's no uncertainty or no suspense, just familiarity, and familiarity feels safe. And I think that's what calming your nervous system is really about. It's not becoming perfectly peaceful, not eliminating every anxious thought, and it definitely isn't healing overnight. It's about creating more moments where your body feels safe. Because sometimes healing doesn't start with a breakthrough. Sometimes it starts with chewing your food slower, taking a walk, putting your phone down, listening to music, making art, and remembering that you're allowed to rest. If you're struggling with any of this, I hope this video finds you at the right time. And in case something feels seriously wrong, please listen to your body and seek medical guidance. But if you're simply exhausted from carrying too much for too long, I see you and you're not alone. Love y'all.